A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Iritan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and iritanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underground Initiative, a secret underground organization where a menagerie of middle-aged Midwesterners congregate to play some tabletop RPGs. Right now, we're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go around the table and introduce the players, starting with Guy.
Well, I think you kind of introduced me there on your own there.
Okay.
I'm Guy.
Just
Yeah,
like...
Hi.
We're going.
Yeah, we're going in.
Oh, God, I was going to say, I hope we're not going
Just-
diagonally.
Yeah, there. No.
Hi, my name is Clarence. You can find me on Twitter at Stooge Prime.
The camera is up here if you wanted to...
Ours is there. Theirs is there.
Next we have...
I'm John. I don't think I have an online presence other than this.
Yet.
Yet.
I'm Jeremy. I also go by Red Toad. If you Google me, somebody hold my beer.
That's what you have a cup for.
Put it in your
He
goblet.
said, Google me, bitch.
And...
I'm Christa.
Hello. And I am Jay, the Dungeon Master. We are uploading this on good old Guy's channels, Subterranean Gamers. That is what it's called, right?
Yeah, Subterranean Gamers. I try to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This will probably go up maybe Monday morning.
We'll decide on a date for when these episodes are going to be posted.
For now,
These episodes are not live. That's the main takeaway from that. But eventually we'll start doing it live. We'll do it live sooner or later. But a little bit of a explanation of what we're doing. Yes, we are going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons, and we will be running a homebrew campaign that I've been designing for the past couple years on and off. Some aspects are good, a lot of them are bad, as my players can attest to that.
Alright, thanks, perfect, buddy.
Thank you. We've been playing for a little bit, so you're coming in at the tail end of a small adventure. Everyone is currently level 2. So you guys haven't missed too much, but I will give an introduction for the story, and from there, that hopefully though will catch up the audience. Welcome to the world of Terra, a world of renewed magic on the heels of technological advancements. But with this new age comes threats, both old and new. The return of the Drow, specifically descendants of the Dark War in the west of the continent of Arkala. The reemergence of dragons and the Dragon Crusade in a land in the Far East known as Shan Nalor, and other threats looming everywhere in between. But this story isn't about all that. Instead, it's about a group of unlikely people from different corners of the world who have found themselves in a conflict not of their making, but were the only ones capable of trying to resolve it. I actually forgot what the main year of when this story takes place. Does
Shut it
anyone-
down, we'll start over.
Redo.
It's like 851, I think. 841?
856.
856, thank you.
Take 14. Take 2, get makeup in there.
I was supposed to write that down, but I never did. Sorry.
Here, I got you. It's
I got it. But thank you.
856.
I have that even written down.
We begin our story in the year 856 of this world, in the 8th Age, also known as the Age of the Arcane Renaissance. The story takes place west of a location known as the Mardosa Timberlands, in a small settlement known as Arbington. A troop of individuals have just rescued some villagers who have been taken hostage by a tribe of goblinoids. These goblins were also being controlled by a rogue mage, who seemed to use the capture of villagers by goblins as part of an elaborate hostage scene in order to try to make some quick cash while nobody else notices. But was thwarted and ultimately killed by these troop of individuals. With corpse and hostages in tow, the idea of peace between the villagers and the goblins seems attainable. But I guess we'll find that out. We come in to the adventurers leaving the mines that are just outside of the town of Arbington, where the goblins have set up camp, essentially, and has been keeping hostages overnight. You guys have you guys dealt battle with the main hobgoblin in charge by the name of Gorzo, and made attempts at some sort of a possible negotiation time for sometime tomorrow at a stump on the outside of the woods around noon, with the mayor of the town, Michael Thame, with the head of the goblinoids, Gorzo, with another goblinoid, a bugbear by the name of Volius, as their sort of interpreter, their go-between guy, their middleman. But you guys have 8 hostages, 8 villagers with you, going back to Arbington. It is late at night, pushing around midnight.
We are balls tired.
And you guys are also balls tired. So,
Just to be clear, we're not keeping hostages. We rescued these people.
yes.
who were hostages.
Yes, there are former
Ex-
hostages.
Ex-hostage.
Minor detail.
I had a second, like, do we
Ah,
take
you and I got
prisoners?
pretty fucked up.
So,
I must
yeah.
have been too drunk
What
for
do
that.
you guys do? As I turn the music on.
Beware noises.
as I turn down the music, because that is too loud.
This is your captain speaking.
This is your rescue party. We will reach the village in 2 hours. 56
It is,
minutes.
like as I said, it is currently midnight in this forest. It is dark. Who has torchlight?
I can light a torch.
I don't remember.
I have dark vision, so.
I have double sight. I see all the things.
Everyone can see in the dark except for me, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I can't either.
Oh, yeah, actually, that is a good point of order, which I completely glossed over. Let's get a quick, curt visual introduction for the players, starting with Guy. What is your character's name? What race are they? What do they look like? What is their bearing?
And my mini, so I can, because I don't have it written down.
That's fair.
I did model it after me. My character's name is Kulkras. He is a half-orc in linen pants, black linen pants, dark leather boots, a thick leather duster, purple shirt, and I wield a great axe on my back, and a falchion that we stole from the first people that tried to murder us.
Accompanying him is...
My character's name is Salic. He is a Loxodon mammoth with leg armor and a bare ass shirt. No shirt. That's right. I mean, hey, it's kind of self-explanatory to me, man.
What class are you
Brown
in?
boy.
I'm a monk. I'm a monk. A monk Loxodon.
Cool.
Oh, was I supposed to say my class?
You didn't have to.
I'm playing Orlin Trinette. He's the only human in the group, I think. He is
Weirdo.
a noble from House Trinette. He looks like a well-manicured, preppy football player from high school.
And I'm playing a Tiefling, Vaxxus Dinvula. I am a Warlock, and my character looks like he's seen some better days. He's pretty beat up. Like, he has some really bad scars or burn marks. I'm covered in a lot of bandages, so you'll probably see me with my face mask on, just for appeal, basically. No other reason outside of that.
And lastly...
I'm afraid of the Jeremys. Sorry.
Afraid of yourself?
Never. What do people see?
I know. I'm waiting for them to stop talking.
Sorry.
My character's name is Shiima. I'm a Tabaxi with sandy tan fur, and a crossbow, and mostly blue clothes.
Tall, long cat, as Vaxxus
I
pointed
am
out.
fairly tall.
You were a long cat to me. Probably like the tallest person in the group.
He's tall.
I think you guys are
I'm the
close, aren't
second
you?
tallest.
I'm only 5'6".
No,
7'9", I think.
yeah, that was like.
It should say somewhere on your
I think I was
character.
like 7.
It should be the third
or
page.
something like that.
My character
Top
is a
part.
dark gray complexion.
You say you're only 5'6"? It's a short ass half-orc.
Okay, you didn't fill it in on
He's
the-
young,
yeah,
presumably.
Guy, did you say 5'6"?
5'6".
It's a pretty short half-orc.
I'm only
He's only half
fair.
an orc.
It's all,
only 14,
It's all-
which is almost adult.
it's all muscle, though.
It's all
Yeah.
muscle.
I don't think it came up too much in
Muscle hamster.
in game, but yeah,
Well, I was gonna put myself at 6 foot, but you're like, no, it's.
you can if you do want to be 6 foot, you can be.
I'm only 14. I'll grow into
I was 6 foot at 14.
Let him earn his big. Let him earn his big boy pants.
Okay.
I
fair.
checked
I'll
mine.
grow
I'm
into
actually
it.
only 6'7". But yeah, still second tallest, I think.
6'7". That is a tall fucking cat that's just walking around.
Speaking of which, because half-orcs live so short lifespans, I think 14 is adulthood. So when you see me running around drinking beer, or if my character engages in sexual activities,
It's
back-
okay.
Back off. He's an adult.
14's just a number, bro.
Great start to the campaign so far. So,
Copyright strike.
No shit. Already demonetized. Don't you give us that smug face, you son of a bitch.
I only made like 31 cents off of ad revenue anyway.
You get more subscribers though, don't you?
Yeah. I think I have at least. Between you guys, I should have like 6 concurrent. I'm almost at a payout period.
Almost. So, you guys are brought out to the entrance of the mine, followed by Gorzo and Volius. They are essentially seeing you out. Just to confirm, we will meet you, and, well, maybe not you, but we will meet the village ruler tomorrow at noon. I was gonna say when the sun is highest in the sky, but I remember I'm speaking to not goblins. You know what the fuck noon is. Most goblins don't. It is refreshing to speak the common tongue.
It is a wonder you get anything done.
Indeed. That's why it takes 3 full goblinoid tribes to get shit done properly.
Glad we can help. Just remember, I'm the Booyak man now.
Indeed. Apparently you're not the only one, as he gives a side eye to Orlin. We will wait at the mines, but we will be ready in case there are any funny business with this meeting tomorrow.
They're gonna wait at the mines, not at the stump.
We'll meet at the stump.
Okay.
We're not going to go up there now.
I see
It's like
a lot
12
of
hours
stumps on the way here. Is there one specific stump we're supposed to go to?
The one that was...
One where we left the cows.
The one where the ransom was paid.
Yes.
That we
One where you were a
staked
cow.
out.
You'll have to remind me. It's been a long night.
Almost
It has been
3
a long. Where are the resting quarters?
in the mines.
We're going back to town.
Yeah, we're going back to town.
I am not sleeping in a cave.
Then somebody carry me. Or I'll be waiting in the carriage. I am tired.
We don't have a carriage.
Well,
Where'd I go?
Toodles.
Oh, they
Wait, are you
whoever
talking
we were
about the
with,
one that the chickens
the one
were?
mission. It just
He
was
was-
chicken facts.
Right. He wasn't here for all of that.
You don't have a carriage no more?
Your carriage is still hitched at the tavern.
But we're walking back to the tavern.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are
We're
like,
only like a mile away, right? From the town.
a couple miles, about an hour's walk through the forest to the outskirts of the town. So it's in about an hour, 15-minute walk.
My poor hooves.
Don't worry. Just listen to the sound of my voice and you won't get lost.
Although it'd make you
I have
want,
a
it might
torch
make
I
you want to
can
be
give
more
you.
lost.
I have a torch I can
Yeah, I'll light a
use. I
torch
have
too.
dark vision, I think.
I
So
Guess
yeah,
I'll take that.
I'll give you my torch to use.
Yeah, I'll take that torch and put it in my trunk.
I keep a healthy distance away from him and his torch.
I don't need
Salic lights up a torch and keeps it firmly gripped in his trunk.
Firmly grasp it. SpongeBob.
Marching toward through the forest. Does anybody want to discuss or do anything in particular while on the march back to town?
I was gonna say, don't put me in charge of perception. It's horrible.
We can.
If anyone would like to keep an eye out, or if you wanted to move stealthy,
I'll,
let me know.
I'll take point since I have probably the best vision.
Okay, make a perception check.
Since I have, would I have advantage since I can see in the dark or no?
If anyone would want to assist you, then you would get advantage.
What's your perception?
+3.
Or anybody can give him advantage, or 2 people can roll their own perception checks.
I just didn't know if I'd be the best choice since I can see literally through the dark.
What's your perception?
It's actually 0.
Oh, well, then I have better perception.
I'll give her advantage if she wants to keep
All right.
an eye out.
Okay.
So you want me to just roll with
And then-
advantage?
And then you can
Yeah.
roll separately as well.
Okay, I'll roll with advantage. So that was 24.
24. What'd you roll?
Not worth mentioning. 9.
Okay. Off to a
9?
great start.
What do my cat eyes see?
Your cat eyes view a quiet, dark forest. There are the occasional screechings of cicadas and the hooting of owls, which gives you the sense that all is calm and natural in the forest as your troop marches forward.
And it was just us, right? Because they're
You
staying
guys
at the
and-
mines.
We
The
have
goblins are staying behind. The villagers are with you guys.
Yeah, so it's just us and the villagers. Okay.
And there are just like occasional grumblings from the younger villagers who were kidnapped,
Well, what were the villagers' ages again? Was there like
varying. At least 6 of them are adults. 2 of them are kids.
Did we figure out that the bard died at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we figured that out before.
we knew she
went
died
to
did a
before we
medicine
even
check and
left
found
the
it.
caves.
Yeah, Orlin
Aren't we
attempted
carrying her dead body?
Orlin attempted a cure wounds, and it did not go through. So, if you want to say that you still have the body of
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say in your
Yeah,
description you said
yeah,
we had it, so
yeah,
you said corpse and toes.
corpse in tow. Yeah,
We had a bard.
you guys have the corpse of a gnome bard.
We had a bard.
No,
That was the villain.
That was the
That was
villain.
It was-
the secret villain.
Her
Okay.
name was Belry.
As soon as we're clear of the cave and out of the hobgoblin's ears and everything, I'm gonna go up to Vaxxus and kind of aggressively grab him by the shoulder and be like, "We're not supposed to kill prisoners. We're supposed to be better than the goblins."
I apologize only that we couldn't interrogate her. I had a lapse in judgment, and I will stop drinking during that.
I believe she was unconscious when you got up to her. You didn't need to bust her knees.
I wasn't sure if she would escape. She seemed like she was very resourceful.
With 2-inch feet
She could turn it.
on the floor.
She was invisible. That's how she almost escaped.
It sounds like they have a good reason to break her knees.
We already had her in hand. She was unconscious.
She to be fair, because I didn't catch you up completely. She pretended to be one of the hostages, but her hands were never bound, and she did keep a harmonica slipped underneath one of her sleeves. And once she realized that the jig was up, she just pulled it out, made a tune, and turned invisible. Tried to run away, but some individuals were able to
Intercepted her.
intercept and
Intercept
Take her
they
out.
did.
My apologies. In the future, I will exercise restraint.
I
Thank
wanted to
Yes,
keep her
next time
alive,
you only
but
break the feet.
I like how you think.
It was
You were
poison,
saying,
wasn't
Shiima?
it?
I don't remember.
okay.
You knocked
We
her out with
can
the
say a lot
poison,
of
didn't you?
Yeah, she got the chloroform arrows.
Well, no, I used up all of them. Yeah.
Does it smell like chloroform to you? Huh?
Vaxxus, is your lantern currently lit
It is
as you
nighttime.
guys are walking?
It's just for ambiance.
Okay.
My lantern doesn't look like it's been used for a while. Just an FYI.
Alright. Yeah, Vaxxus does carry around his waist an older looking lantern. It does look like it is rusted in places, but it is made of. Is it made of metal?
I'll say yes.
Okay.
I was just dragging it on the floor with his tail.
Now that's his booze bottle.
All right, guys, be very quiet.
I've sobered up. I've sobered up a bit since the fight. Just a little.
Alright.
I need
But,
to get my own prop game. I need to start bringing my own props too.
Fair enough.
But Shiima, as you look around the forest, it seems fairly calm and empty. Vaxxus, you're focusing more on the lit flame that Salic carries rather than venturing forward, like away from the beaten path.
Vaxxus, what did you find? I ain't found shit.
About 45 minutes in, no issues, but Vaxxus, even though you rolled a 9, you do notice a snow white bunny that seems to be keeping pace with the group, just a little bit off to the side of the beaten path. And it does catch your attention, only because it seems to make its presence known to the group more than once. And you can't help but notice that this bunny has tall white ears with red fur on the inside.
Do I notice that since I had a high roll?
You do?
Would I be able to make an insight check to see if it looks like a sort of familiar that maybe Marben used or could use?
I don't
Since
think
he
you've
had
noticed it yet.
He 45 minutes in, he's starting to notice it. But if you would like to, make
because he had a familiar earlier.
you did.
From
Yeah,
what I
it was a
recall.
Make in. This would be.
Arcana?
Yeah, no. This would be an insight check.
Either that or we're about to go full Elmer Flood. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Rabbit season.
Not bad. 16.
16. There is something odd about this rabbit. Just in its physicalities, the fact that it is keeping pace with the group while simultaneously staying away from the group as well, and it's always shifting its attention towards the group. And as you're now paying attention to it, you get the sense it's not looking at the group, it's looking at you.
Tim's
But that's about all that you're able to ascertain.
I'll just otherwise ignore it because I don't think I'd be able to catch it anyway.
Okay.
Seems like it poses no threat to me and doesn't seem like it's worth my attention.
Okay. If there's nothing else that anybody else wishes to discuss, you guys find yourselves at the edge of the forest.
Are we there yet?
It opens up to a wide clearing, and you can see the back of the town of Arbington as about 15 minutes past a walk, and you also see the large stump about 15-20 feet away from the tree line where you guys had originally met to ambush some of the goblinoids that were supposed to come here in exchange for a trade-off. And Vaxxus, you notice that as you guys are approaching, and you notice this as well, Shiima, that as you guys are approaching the threshold of the tree line, the bunny darts off ahead of all of you and sits perched on top of the stump, staring at you all. Well, you notice it's staring at you.
Come at me, bro.
What is it? And why are you taunting it?
It's looking at me funny. I don't like it.
How do you know this?
Just a hunch.
Did you know it was following us?
No.
I
No, come on. Can I roll a deception?
Make a deception check, and Salic, make an insight check.
Bring it on, big boy. Come here, fat boy.
That physicality told me all I needed to know.
You said an insight check?
Yes.
Well, that's only 11.
I actually rolled an 11 exactly as well.
Hard to read.
Hard to read.
Hard to read.
You know
Hard to tell if
no.
he's telling the truth or not.
He didn't have a big record of telling the truth. Well, maybe he does. Are you lying?
Why would I lie?
Because you are you.
That sounds very, what's the word?
Correct.
Racist.
I mean, to be fair, you
Racist.
haven't flown yet.
And you told us you could.
I used to, okay? I used to be able to fly. Sometimes I still think I can because I used to be able to fly my entire life.
Liars are not flyers.
Sometimes I like you and sometimes I just don't.
Strange rabbit, you want him, yes?
just continues to stare at him.
Go get him.
It's not moving.
He seems friendly. Go say hi to your friend.
I guess I'll creep up.
Creep up on it.
I won't even know
Alright.
I'm here.
You walk up towards the rabbit sitting on this stump,
Go on.
and
I think you should be careful.
how
I think I've
close
seen
are
it
you
play
getting
like
to the
this
rabbit?
before.
What's that?
How close are you getting to the rabbit, or the stump, I should say?
I say I'll get about maybe 10 feet away,
He's going to bite him.
and then I kind of squat down, kind of get on his level to get a better look at it.
Who thinks he's going
Alright.
to bite him?
Make a perception check.
Rabbit bites hurt like hell. Your little razor teeth.
Oh, it's cocked.
5. Again.
5.
Bite him in the face.
Hard to tell in this light, and because of your dark vision, everything just has a dark gray film over everything. Like that's how dark vision works.
Even the devil sight.
Do you have that?
Yes, I do. Like I can see. I think it's up to 60 feet perfectly well in darkness.
Okay. I'll have to reread that. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, but for the sake of things,
Yeah, go ahead.
because you rolled a 5, it's taking some time for your eyes to adjust. The physicality of this rabbit doesn't seem to change all that much. It's just like sitting there, almost like legs are like back legs are here, front legs are like here, almost as if it is in a pose, just staring at you with its long ears, with patches with like red fur on the inside of the ears, and as
I was going to say, I kind of squinted and leaned a bit forward. Who do you work for?
and you also notice that the rabbit is sitting on top of a leaf, a large 5-prong, I don't know leaf terms, leaf that seems to be folded. The leaf itself is a pale gray with dark red outlines.
It wasn't following us, it was just looking for a place to wipe its ass.
Are you going to talk to your friend or not? He's not talking to his friend.
I'm trying to talk to him. He doesn't talk back.
How do you know it's a he?
I can only assume because it won't talk.
Do you want me to try to talk?
I mean,
Yes, let's have the
I hope you
predator
weren't
talk to
planning
its
on getting
prey.
here with this session. We're going to spend the next 3 hours trying to talk to a rabbit.
At this point, whenever you look back to Badger with Salic, you look back, Bunny's gone.
see, there is no rabbit at all.
Did I see it poof away?
No. Similar situation where you look away for a moment or even blink and it's gone. For those who were,
Is everything
keeping
like
an eye
this
on the
with magic
rabbit.
customs?
Is that leaf
But-
still there?
the leaf is still there.
Can I look at the leaf?
All right.
Perhaps you could keep a lid on the M word once we get back into town. I'm not what you would say legal magic.
And what?
The M word, magic.
Magician.
Yes, that one.
Oh yes. Your spells are quite illegal.
Are you impressed?
Entertain.
Good enough.
Still haven't flown yet.
You get up to the stump, and yes, the folded leaf is still there. Do you?
Yeah, I want to. I guess I don't know if I want to pick it up. I want to unfold it
Okay.
and just see if there's anything on it.
I'll ignore it. I'm not interested.
Leaving it on the stump, you flip it open, and you see that there are lines of text written on it in some sort of red ink. What languages do you know?
I'm trying to find it. Kind of remember where everything is
On the bottom left
on
of the
D&D
Beyond.
Beyond.
Need to find my words.
Is it under traits?
It might be under traits.
It should be on
Languages, bottom left, it should be.
Oh, it's down
On the
there. Oh,
front
okay.
page.
Right. Okay.
Traits of
Common,
feature.
Dwarvish, Goblin, and Sylvan.
It is written in Sylvan.
Nice.
Score!
It essentially said, do you read it?
Yeah.
Alright. to yourself, it essentially says, I like you. Are you single? And at the bottom, there is essentially like a yes and no.
Okay.
And it is signed with a single letter, V.
Do we know anybody with the V name? I don't remember. Hold on, I gotta look at my notes.
You might be one of the only people that can read it.
I don't think we know anybody with the V name.
Other than Vaxxus.
Well, yeah, Vaxxus, but
I would respond if I knew the circumstances.
pretty sure don't know.
Is your character like? Is everything just paused while she's listening to notes, or is your character kind of like? thinking?
She's currently like pondering for about 6 seconds. So if you guys want to do anything,
And the rabbit was only staring at Vaxxus.
it seemed to, yeah.
Vaxxus, do you like rabbits? Yes or no?
The bugbear is a medium. Bullies.
That might be the oddest question I've ever been asked. But I'm listening.
You can ask him about his rabbit fetish later. It is time for sleep.
Was it trying to talk to you?
Well, it was looking at you, so I think it was talking to you.
Well, I can't read that, whatever it says.
It says, what did it say again?
I like you. Are you single? Yes. No.
Oh,
I can't read that shit.
Signed with a letter V, or
know
the
anybody?
equivalent of the letter V in Sylvan.
Or you could just relay the note to me like that.
maybe I don't want to.
Okay. Alright, go ahead.
Not particularly interested. Do you know anybody with a name starting with V?
Bugbear. Bullies.
Very tired.
Right.
Well, my name starts with a V, but I figured that would be obvious by now.
Well, while they figure out their magic leaf,
I'll just
will
give
keep going.
him the
Everyone will
leaf.
keep moving.
Okay.
We're gonna leave them behind.
You're gonna leave them
Whatever he
behind?
wants.
We're gonna leave them behind with their magic leaf.
Alright, I'll put it in my inventory, I guess.
Flirt.
Guess who
leaf.
likes you?
Ginger leaf.
Meet at the playground. 5 o'clock.
Oh God. So yes, you take this folded up leaf and you add it to your inventory.
Is it folded up like those letters in like elementary school?
I'll call it the love leaf.
Just write that it's in Sylvan also. So if you ever want to translate it later.
As you guys have been surrounding this stump and just hanging out at the weirdness that has transpired here, eventually you do see a number of villagers come from the town and are approaching in your direction. Some have torches just for light.
I hope they bring water with them. I'm so thirsty.
As you get a little bit closer to them, there is this very lovely, heartfelt reunion to the villagers that were captured and their families. The town mayor, which actually he is a steward, don't mind me, Michael Thame and his son Marcus embrace the wife and mother who was captured. The wife of the tavern owner embraces her husband, Roger, who you would call George Vaxxus.
I think I'm going to puke.
But
that just
water
might be
and
the alcohol.
blankets are provided to them, and individuals from the town also offer water to you guys if you are in need.
Gorge.
So Salic just takes a one of the large
Oh,
barrels of
he
water that they've been getting water from, and just starts drinking.
The rabbit is back.
Are
Oh,
any members
hi.
of the
Let him
clergy
up
here?
there. Down.
He can't be on the table,
I
so
was gonna try and pick him up, but he doesn't want.
I told you cat videos is the way to go. You just won't listen to me.
we have a cat in the group.
Not quite the same, but you're on the right track.
Are there any members of the clergy here?
I don't know. You want to be the center of attention. But
Yes.
You can.
Uh,
You gotta go on the ground, okay?
the town priestess Tabia is there, and she's there to administer healing aid to those who require it.
I will take the known body up to the priest and say, we had a casualty in the fight. She was on the wrong side of these events, but I still think she should be buried. I don't know what these religions do with honors.
Burn her.
Tadia, this human woman with short brown hair, goes, yes. I heard tell that this individual, this entertainer, this would-be entertainer, was the cause of all of this misfortune. Leave it to me. I will make sure that her body is handled properly, but even this vestige of a body will have to be interrogated by the Arcane Imperium once they arrive here. But I will make sure that her form is kept safe for the time being. And the town of Arbington thanks you. At this point, Michael Thame, the steward, comes, grabs all of your attention. You've done this town a mighty good service. I cannot thank you all enough. And I know that we didn't discuss a monetary payment, but rest assured, I will make sure that you are all treated fairly. If you want to stop by the tavern in the morning, I'll make sure that you are each properly rewarded for your deeds this night.
Will you cover my tab?
Make a persuasion check. Because he's been ordering drinks in your name for a while now.
Oh, and I've been ordering them too.
That
so,
too.
I mean, I might be a dishwasher for the rest of the campaign at this point. Could be worse. 13.
13. After tonight, as of this, Michael looks up to you and he says, as of right now, your tab has been Vaxxus. As of right now, your tab is cleared. Everything after right this moment, you'll have to pay.
I'll take it. And
Wonderful.
I kind of muttered to myself, damn.
We should have a celebration round on you.
How much is around?
Don't ask. Celebrate.
I'm very cheap.
Not according to your top.
Fine. One round.
Go to.
Can I speak with you in private for a moment?
Are you talking to the
Steward?
The steward?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, of course, my lord. Therese, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'll make sure Marcus makes their way home. Wonderful. Yes, Lord Orlin, how can I be of service to you?
As the order of law in this town, I want something on the record.
Yes.
This wasn't something I discovered there. It was nothing I intended to do. But I have recently discovered that I have some powers that I believe would be considered magic. And I fully intend to speak with the Arcane Imperium at the soonest opportunity. But I wanted some official document saying that I have brought this to your attention. and that people are aware of it.
I see. Well, that honestly comes as no major surprise. It has come to my knowledge that your sister Orla has made a very accomplished wizard, if my understanding is correct. So I'm not all that surprised that such power runs in the family, so to speak. It is going to be quite some time for the Arcane Imperium to reach themselves here, Podunk Town and all that, low priority. If they ask, I will tell them, if that's what you want me to tell them.
Yes, that's what I want. I don't want them trying to think that I'm being deceitful in any way.
Understood. If now, under normal circumstances, you would have to submit yourself to the Arcane Keeper or lore master of the area. Since we don't have a keeper here and our law masters are preoccupied with the goings on here, you don't have to remain here if you don't want to. But at the earliest possible situation, I would recommend that you do speak to someone.
Yes, of course. You can put your mind at ease. I will do that at the soonest opportunity.
Understood. But yes, you and everyone here has done a lot for the community, and that goes a long way. Just saying. Will that be all, my lord?
Yes.
Thank you kindly. And he rushes back to the rest of his family and the villagers.
And I will go join them for that round.
Okay.
Oh, no. You were too late for the round. I'm not getting another one.
There is a large celebration at the Grey Hearth Tavern in Arbington.
Oh, shit. There's a round mean for everyone.
There's at least 30 families.
Ah!
I get one of these looks.
My
My friends! The first lab is on my friend!
No!
He wishes everybody have a
No!
marvelous time, an inebriated time. Isn't he the best?
I'm none of your friends.
He's so very shy. We love you, friend. A toast to him on his tab.
I need to go practice flying.
Let's see.
That's 100 gold.
No way.
I'll round it down.
Oh, man.
That'd be 20 gold. It's 4 copper per person.
Fair enough. Ouch. Okie dokie.
Can't believe he paid.
I was using the cheapest one, too.
Mighty kind of you.
You should be like a town hero if he ever comes back.
The man with the bottomless pockets.
It's Vaxxus the drunk.
A lovely-
Sign my beer belly.
Not on your life.
A lovely time of celebration is held in the Grey Hearth Tavern. The magician that rolled it into town, a human by the name of Marben the Magnificent, is performing various small parlor tricks, mostly illusions by your understanding of him as an arcane performer.
So Marben is there to go.
Marben is there. Some people are trying to play music on their own, but in like a very elementary school band that's only practiced for like 2 weeks kind of way.
Like,
Only there was a bard.
like the
Yeah, Miss B, when are you gonna get here?
I was gonna say like the recorders.
Yeah, kinda.
Man.
Like Guitar Hero on easy, and you're still getting it wrong.
I would rather be getting mauled by the wolves than listen to any more of this as sober as I am.
When the opportunity arises, I'd like to talk to Marvin alone at some point.
All right. At some point, Marben does take like a small break. You know, I need a moment to myself. Please enjoy yourselves. And he slumps at a table with a pitcher of water and his arcane familiar, a little chimpanzee in a vest named Chip. And you sit down with them. Vaxxus, hey, how's it going? I see you guys made it alive and you brought everyone back.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes. You were clearly the most valuable part of my team.
I mean,
The best.
that's not true.
My bad. Go on.
Sorry, I like to blow things out of proportion.
I mean, so do I. That's my job as a performer. But, you know. What can I help you with? What's up?
Two matters. I have a question, and then I have a demand.
A demand. Alright, well, soften the blow. Hit me with the question first.
Now, this familiar you have, this monkey,
Mm-hmm.
can you make other familiars? Because I could have sworn there was another animal creature following us in the forest. Was that your doing?
No. Chip and I have been here this whole time, and while I can change his form, it takes a little bit of time, about an hour each time, and it takes a significant amount of arcane resources, which I'm a little tapped out on. So all I've got is Chip. But you said you what makes you think you saw another familiar out there?
There was this odd white rabbit that was following us around in the forest.
A white rabbit.
Yes.
What made you think that this was familiar? What was odd about it? Demons.
It was following us. It followed us from the mines all the way back to the field we were in.
It follow me. Only the law follows me. And that ain't the law.
I mean, it might have been an escaped domesticated rabbit. I don't know. What else is weird about him?
It left a note.
You see, Marvin, for the most part, you've seen him have this wave of arrogance and self-assuredness about him, but he gives you this look of like, what?
I may be
He
a
left
drunk.
you a note. Have you,
I never got any notes from
Have
any
you-
rabbit.
I may be a
Vaxxus,
drunk.
have you stopped drinking since the last time I saw you? Are you sure?
I have stopped drinking, and I say what I mean, damn it.
I don't. I want to say I don't believe you, but at the same time, a lot of stuff has happened in the past 24 hours. Do you have this note?
I mean, he can insight check me. And know.
He is gonna insight check you, sure. 14. Okay.
I'm not trying to hide it. I'm not going to roll deception.
All right. All
Roll
right.
charisma.
I mean, it's still a weird thing. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds weird. Do you have this note? Who
Yep.
Did this animal write you a note?
I don't know. I didn't see it write it.
Do you have this note?
Before we got to the stump the rabbit,
I show it to him, but I don't hand it to him.
Actually, it's just a paw print.
All right.
you see the paw prints.
Do you open it up or do you leave it closed?
I opened it so he can read it. I'm just holding it like this.
A leaf, really?
I can't read.
I can't read this. It looks like this is the most fanciest chicken scratch I've ever seen.
Right?
Can I handle it? Do you mind?
Yes, but
Hey,
you better give it
It's kind of
back.
a
I'll
personal
give it
question.
back. Don't you worry.
There's more eggs where that came from.
You watch as it like he's pulling his thumb away from the letters. This is written in. It's all sticky.
Don't look at me.
He takes a closer look at the leaf, and you see that like there's this the vision is like he's focusing really hard on the leaf, and even it's a fucking leaf, but this is the most confusing leaf he's ever seen, and it shows on his face. Okay, there's a lot of weird shit going on here. one, leaves don't grow like this. Not around here. Second,
This leaf is
I'm
full of
pretty
salt.
sure this is written in blood.
Is it drugs? Please tell me it's drugs.
It's not drugs, but it does smell nice.
Damn it.
But I'm pretty sure whatever this is written in, it's blood. It's kind of sticky. It smells like dried copper.
So far, so good.
What the fuck is this?
Just starts spreading up his arm.
Perhaps I attract the wrong kind of attention,
Maybe.
which leads me to my demand.
All right.
I take the leaf back.
Sure. Just out of curiosity, what does it say before you say your demand? Did I just read a curse? Did you just hand me a cursed leaf, Vaxxus?
From what I was told, because I can't read it either, it says, "Do you like me? Check yes or no." I don't know why. And then it says V.
He gives you an even more perplexed look than he has been giving. Are you telling me a rabbit, a potentially magical rabbit, just left you a love note?
Don't be jealous. Get your own.
Get your own magic rabbit.
Magic Rabbit. That's a good band name. Okay.
You're
What is your request, Vaxxus?
You've seen I can imitate some of your magic. Why don't we put a lid on that? I don't want to attract any more of the wrong kind of attention.
Make a persuasion check.
I will kill you. Alright. You're out of here.
17.
17. He gives a sigh. Look, you're obviously a good guy, and you did some good things for.
Our entire table.
Look, you're essentially you are a weird guy.
The music stops.
You're weird. You have a weird way of showing interest in other people's showmanship.
Ooh.
As memories flash back to you throwing eggs at him on stage,
And you're a
not
good sport.
24 hours ago.
You're such a good sport. I appreciate it.
That being said, you have done a good feat for this community. Your secret is safe with me.
Good. I bought you a round.
You did. Thank you. You actually bought me 2 rounds, one for me and one for Chip. I appreciate it.
The monkey drinks too.
He's going to turn around. Monkey.
The whole barrel. Not even a cup, the barrel.
Got a keg stand.
He's my designated driver, so I had to drink his drink. But your secret is safe with me. I'm only going to be in town for a while. I'll be long gone before the Arcane Imperium sends more keepers here. At some point, they will probably ask me questions, maybe in like a month.
And don't take that thank you lightly. I'd rather buy another round before I say that again.
I'll have another.
I'll keep your secret as long as I can. The Arcane Imperium doesn't, they don't take kindly to individuals who withhold the identity of rogue mages to them, or unregistered mages.
And you don't have to bring me up.
Yeah, unless I'm asked specifically. They know I was here around this time. They know that one rogue mage was here, the bard that you guys took care of. They may ask me some questions. They might not. I don't know.
Hit him with the forget-me-stick. It was a line from Megamind. We're out of unconscious spray. Hit him with the forget-me-stick.
I guess that will have to do.
As far as I know, a group of weirdos came to town and did a good thing. There's a lot of drinking involved. I might have forgotten your name.
Wonderful.
Enjoy the night, Vaxxus.
You too. Maybe you should be the designated driver for that monkey. He's a wild one.
Not if you keep ordering me drinks. You're very kind.
What do you mean keep ordering? Wait a minute. Wait. Who's using my tab?
As he rushes off to check on the status of his tab, what is everyone else doing?
Getting drunk.
Well, from the last time, it only took 2
Being drunk.
for you.
I love this elixir.
He's not going to say that anymore.
If there's nothing else that people would like to do, then
I drink my one drink, then go up to my room and meticulously polish all the gore of the night off of my armor and weapons.
So unclean.
there is an individual water closet for you to utilize.
I am gonna walk around and check out other people who reunited though. I'm gonna sneak off.
Okay. You see that Michael and his wife Therese are enjoying a warm family, like just close knit hug. Like he's just sitting in one place. The kid, their son Marcus, is sitting in between them, and they just have their arms wrapped around each other as they talk and converse and take in a meal and drink. The bartender and his wife, while they are serving food and drinks to everyone, they get every opportunity to embrace and kiss and just be happy that they have each other. There are a couple of halflings who are just making out a whole lot in like a random corner of the room. You're not sure if they were reunited or if this is just their normal. You're not sure.
I'm starting to feel dirty. Like a pervert.
You
Eventually,
just like have me standing right above them. Just watch. This feels wrong.
Is there a particular technique that is advantageous in this situation?
I'm just gonna.
but there overall there is this sense of reuniting and warmth. It is a wholesome experience for the most part.
I'm gonna go turn it.
Before you turn in, the head priestess Tavia finds you. Ah, Mr. Salic, was it?
I'm not crying.
I wouldn't point it out if you were. I just wanted to say thank you for your assistance here in town, and thank you for your expert aid in setting up our triage station as soon as the attack ended.
It is what any decent entity would do. You don't need to thank me.
I feel like I should. Not a lot of people here are trained medical professionals. I utilize what I can, but I'm only one individual. If you are ever interested, I feel I should let you know, since you seem to allude that you're not originally from Arcala. Is that true?
That is true.
There is an institution in the southwest called the Healing Hands University. It is a place of learning for individuals who wish to be practitioners of the medical aid. Doctors, field medics, that sort of thing. If you're ever interested, maybe check them out. They're in a town. I'll give you the town name in a minute, I'm sorry.
You have it.
But it is just south of an area known as the Desolate Bluffs. Sorry, the Barren Bluffs. I will stop drinking.
Why does it have such a dreadful name?
Well, the Barren Bluffs are exactly that. They are barren landscapes that once held water, but has slowly eroded over time. Now, originally, not a lot of life grew there, but there is something of a settlement nearby that has made great strides in agriculture in barren wastelands.
Are they a friendly bunch?
Mostly. It is also an odd place of learning where great feats of technology and architecture are developed, as well as medical practices and techniques. And presumably, the Healing Hands institution was headed by a monk from far-off lands who learned sacred techniques and brought them to Arcala during the Arcane Drought, where there was very little magical healing to be found. People had to find other ways to doctor themselves.
Words cannot express my thankfulness for this information. Thank you.
I hope it helps, and thank you for what you've done for us.
Consider the debt paid and a friend made.
Unfortunately, I do not feel that our debt is entirely paid off. Find me tomorrow at afternoon. I have one more gift. I'll have one more gift ready for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. May the divines watch over you and your companions.
And may they do what they do for you.
Thank you. She walks away.
It's going to be hard trying to convince people to follow me. That's tomorrow's problem.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do before they turn in for the night? Alright. Then with that, you all find your ways to your rooms, provided by Steward Michael Thame, and you each find yourselves into stages of rest, where you will all level up to level 3.
I have powers.
That
So-
was your last mistake.
So we will take a short break here while everyone else figures out their ability score improvements and health and whatnot, and we will come back to you shortly. A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show. And welcome back. So, as we last left off, the individuals present retired to their bedchambers for the night to enjoy a long rest. While they are resting, Vaxxus,
I didn't do it.
Or did you?
as you sleep, you dream. You dream of once again floating in this dark, endless expanse of nothingness. And you are greeted once again by this large, glowing green eye that pierces through the darkness. Mere meters away from you. And it just stares at you. And you hear a voice slowly creep into your mind. Bargain.
What bargain?
You serve. I reward.
Would you like me to make a roll to try to remember what that is? That it's referring to? I don't know what a memory roll would be.
Roll for memory.
Sure, make a general history check.
Thank you, alcohol. Well, it's a natural 20, but it's technically 19.
Yeah, the brain cells back.
Before you get excited, it is 19.
This entity has appeared to you in your dreams in the past. This seems to be the first time that it is speaking of a tangible bargain. Beforehand, it would speak of potential, seeing potential in you, and watching you grow. And it seems to know things that you want, things that you desire. And now it seems to come to you, even though it speaks in very measured languages. It seems to be like almost in a, look, we've known each other for a little while, let's make this official. Let's make a bargain.
Why didn't you answer the note I left you?
You work, basically, you work for me, and I will reward you.
I don't remember shaking on it, but we probably.
Well, this is where that comes back. This entity is offering you this bargain, and it is up to you whether or not you choose to accept it.
Will I get more power? I'll think about a base. I'll materialize it in my hand.
You look into your hand, and almost expectantly, keeping the gaze with this eye, the eye shifts to where your hand is, and from your hand materializes a blackened, almost fire burnt iron mace is now held within your grasp.
I kind of look at it briefly, and I look back. I say, I agree.
As you stare down this entity, you can't help but notice far up above it is a slightly twinkling star of blue, maybe green. It's hard to tell. And then you hear a second voice creep into your mind. Less guttural, more eloquent in the way that it speaks, but still in your mind, still cold. Well, this seems interesting. I think you made a good choice. Yes, Kenzo. Let's see where it goes.
No, seriously, do you like me?
Did you send me the note? No, I was talking to her.
There seems to be no response from the second voice.
So be it.
Take it back to the Astral Sea. You sent him a note?
What the fuck, bro? I couldn't read the shit. Go. Grow. Reward.
Very well. I'll be on my way.
As you go to turn away from the entity, you can't help see that locked in the eye is the backside of a familiar female of long silver hair. And as you try to turn back and try to get a glimpse of this individual, you wake up in your bed.
No, take me back!
Damn it!
Yes. Here again. Lovely. And I'll just meander out of bed, I guess. You ready?
It's still late at night. You seem to have woken up mid-sleep.
No long rest for you.
Go rub one out. See what happens.
But you do walk around. You try to splash some water on your face, and you look in the mirror, and you see that there are scratches in the mirror. Scratches that bear letters and words in some form of common. You're not quite sure what it means, but I'll send you what it says. Unless you want to write it down now.
If you could text it to me, or...
It's being shitty right now.
Housekeeping's going to go into his room.
What
the fuck did he do to the mirror?
MARV
M-A-R-V.
apostrophe
Okay.
LAC
Okay.
space
Alright.
IODEN.
Right before the apostrophe, I was like, really? Marv from Home Alone?
Do you go back to bed?
Doesn't seem like there's much else I can do at this point, so I'll just go back to sleep and hopefully go back to my dream.
You go back to sleep. Well, you go back to bed trying to find yourself into that dreamless state. As you do, Orlin, you, in your dream state, return once again to a tall, grassy field that obscures most of your vision. So you wade through it until you come towards a perfect cylindrical clearing with a familiar sight of moving clay, of earth, and being surrounded by thin strands, veins of water and pulses of air and trails of flame all around the form of this clay, this earthen clay. And it appears to be in a more... It seems to have more form in it now than it has in any other dream beforehand. Finer details can be seen on whatever this creature is supposed to represent. You see eyelashes, you can see bits of hair, even though they are made of clay, the details are very immaculate. What do you do?
I'll approach it and I'll start petting it again.
As you lay your hand on the clay, it is warm to the touch. And as you do, you hear this cracking along the clay. And the clay sculpture in front of you explodes. Sorry for the spray. And as that explodes, you awaken. You jut up from your bed. And standing at the foot of your bed is a living creature, a representation of the creature you very often dream about. Tan skin, brown fur, some of it crimson red near its head. Its physicality resembles that of kind of like a puma, but some features are more canine than others, and exaggerated as well, with a small wisp of flame on its long tail. It does not even this. No, nothing about no. And this creature does breathe in your general direction, and it is currently staring at you.
I approach it slowly. I kind of reach out a hand. If it's okay with it, I'll put it like behind its ears and stroke its neck.
It gladly accepts, and it sort of nuzzles into your hand.
I go back to bed.
I'll bring it into a hug and say, I've been waiting for this. Things are happening right now, and I need you.
It doesn't say anything, but it does lean into the hug as much as it can. And it is warm to the touch. Like, this is a living, breathing entity. Where it came from, how it's brought into existence, you're unsure, but it is here now. And it seems to be under the assumption that you are meant to be its caretaker. That you, as much as he is your responsibility, you are his. Or its. Whichever. Would you like to name this creature?
Oh, yes. It's Sersha. I'll give you the spelling on that later. I have to look it up again.
Sersha. Alright.
And it's going to be a girl.
Must be from Russia.
Irish.
Who touches Sersha?
Who touched my god? Sersha it is. Do you go back to bed?
I'll lay in the bed and I'll divide up some rations with it, and I'll use one of my rations to feed it, and then fall back asleep eventually.
Sersha happily enjoys the rations and falls asleep at the foot of your bed, should you allow it.
Yes.
Good key.
As for the rest of you,
Oh, here come the bad dreams.
roll for no.
Fuck.
You all awaken refreshed, long rest is had, and you feel a little bit more powerful than you did when you first slept. The morning is yours. What would you all like to do?
As soon as I wake up, I'm running up and down the halls, banging on doors, and be like, guys, you gotta see this! And then I'm gonna have everybody meet me out front.
Oh,
You all hear a hurried knock from Orlin.
Like a kid on Christmas.
To be fair, I am an 18-year-old.
Do you all awaken and join Orlin wherever he is?
Sure, why not?
Well, I can't go back to sleep now.
It is morning now at this time, so.
I can't go back to sleep now.
You all make your way. Where would you like to meet them?
Right out front of the tavern.
All right. As you guys, because you guys all slept upstairs, as you guys meet the downstairs, everyone just keeps pointing towards the front door, like he's out that way. He's really excited.
They're not freaked out at all because another creature came down.
They're a little. They seem a little like weirded out, but you're not exactly sure why.
I'm going to assume we're on the second story where we were sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to fly out the window down.
Ha! I feel alive.
It's more of an old habit.
I know. That's fine. That's fine. No. You open the window of your room. You make sure that these dried flaps that are sticking out of your back are out and not encumbered by your armor and clothes. And you attempt to jump out of the window and will yourself into the air. And you plummet 25 feet. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, my favorite, -2. I'll be down in a minute. Faster than that.
You should argue that you've done this enough. You should be able to brace yourself for the landing.
No, this is definitely a bad habit of mine because I was so used to flying all my life.
oh shit. I hope it's wrong.
That's a 2.
Close.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you face plant into the muddy thoroughfare outside of the tavern.
It hurts.
Quit screwing around. Stand over there.
That'll never get old. I hope you never grow out of that habit.
I probably won't.
You guys make your ways outside to the front, and you see Orlin. Very, very, like, has an ear-to-ear smile. He's giddy. And what sort of creature do they see accompanying you? There's any other embellishments that you wanted to add.
It's kind of like a cross between a wolf and a panther with like a clay red fur, and like you said, the flame tail. So it doesn't really seem to give off any light.
Why is there a dog next to you?
This is Sersha. If you'd be patient for a moment, I'll introduce you all.
I'm drawing a picture of it in my
But where did it come from? Does she talk?
My dreams?
Did you pick up a string?
Yes.
Why are we picking up strings?
Said it came from his dreams. What? It's
You
happening right
dreamt
now.
it.
Yes. And then she was here. What was your question?
Does she talk?
No.
And can
She
you,
understands she understands quite a few languages.
my,
I've tested it out this morning.
my last question. Can you dream me a beer?
I can try. I don't know the limits of my abilities right now. Yesterday I was summoning fog, and
won't
then
be
I was
back.
trying to cure people, and now Saoirse's here. But anyway, once you're all here, I pull out my sword, and Saoirse's kneeling before me, and I tap her on the shoulders and say, I dub thee Lady Saoirse of Arbington.
You watch as this creature bows its head and does close its eyes, as seeming to understand the reverence of what Orlin is
Do
doing.
I have any idea what this is?
Make an Arcana check.
What animals did you say it was?
It's like
Oh,
a cross
I make check
between a
too.
wolf and a
I'm proficient
panther.
in that for some reason.
If you've
Sure.
seen Final Fantasy VII, it's basically
Because my
Nanaki.
lineage.
Red 13.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. When
Natural
he was,
20,
like, describing
but it's
it, I was
19.
like, okay, that kind of sounds like
You got the same
I'm sorry.
thing I
With
did.
the +1, it's
Nice.
Oh, okay. Natural 20. All right. In your studies, manifestation through dreams can be a thing, but this is meant for individuals that have studied very, very odd, weird magic, and usually it takes a lifetime to accomplish. So that part is definitely possible in some cases.
Does she do tricks?
Orlin, however, does not seem to be the book-learned scholar that you imagine him to be, but he could surprise you. As for what this creature is, you are genuinely perplexed. It does seem like a real creature.
I'm poking.
You poke the creature, and it does. It notices you poking it, and it
Feels
just
solid.
it does. You feel fur. You feel flesh underneath of it. It's like petting a large dog
And
with
this
cat
came
fur.
from your head.
Yes. Saoirse, roll over.
You watch as this creature rolls over.
See?
How are you not the most powerful man in the planet?
I am. I'm a Trinette.
And how did you achieve this craft?
I dreamed. I woke up. She was here. That's the extent of what I know here.
I have to
I-
try this.
This isn't the first time I've dreamed of her. About 24 hours ago. I don't remember the timeline here.
Within like 10 hours.
Okay.
But throughout your life, you have been dreaming of this creature in various states of its creation in the field, starting from a small lump of clay and slowly becoming bigger and bigger and more defined the older you grow.
I dreamt of red spirits fighting with me, and you don't see that happening.
Maybe you just haven't blossomed yet.
You haven't had
This-
your coming of age. He says you are a boy.
I'm a man. My people.
Are you going to take that sitting down? Oh wait, you're stead.
I'm
It's very short.
You can arm wrestle him to the ground. You are stronger than him.
I'm
What is
already
that
on
cat
the
going to
ground
do to
if
you?
you're not paying attention.
That's right.
That's gonna do nothing to me.
That's right. I'm going to take that from you.
Let's go.
Sasha snarls at you.
Quiet.
It doesn't.
Eddie, Saoirse. Traditionally, my family does seem to have a connection with animals, but in my lifetime, I've never seen anybody manifest one.
This is something usually for an older person, yes?
I have zero experience with this, so
Oh, it's daytime now.
Perhaps some studying would bring the light in,
yes, I've already talked with the steward about speaking with the Arcane Imperium.
The magic police. Those people.
I mean, naturally, if I'm doing
Don't
magic,
you not like them?
No comment.
his journey is his own, but I feel it is best that, especially given my family name, they do not want a black mark on it with a rogue mage.
Isn't magic a gift of the gods?
I believe so far it seems to be a bonus, but older, wiser men than me have decided that I should speak with the Arcane Imperium.
How could mortals dictate the gods' gifts?
Presumably through the words of the gods. Isn't that what the priest would tell us?
Yes, but don't all priests say that? Be them dark priests or good priests. Don't they all say they are working for their god?
Personally, I try not to talk to the dark priests.
I will convince you here.
I try to speak with the priests and priestesses of Bahamut and Saren Ray. Their name.
The priestess from here?
He's
Yeah.
talking about specific deities.
He talks to a giant platinum dragon on a daily basis.
What do you want? Sup, uncle?
It's like,
Uncle.
quit calling me.
Sup, B-man? No, who is that really annoying guy in San Andreas who always wanted to go bowling?
Nico's cousin?
Yeah!
I can't remember what his name is.
Nico's goes, hey, it's your cousin! Let's go bowling!
Whoa.
Your Eminence, it's Orlin again. He's on line 3. I'm not here.
Oh, no!
Bahamut, let's go kill some goblins.
Bobby, what's up? I told you to stop calling me that.
Since we are all here, I would like to ask you all a favor. There is a healing town to the south. I would like to visit that for knowledge.
I would like to visit it too. As I slowly start to get up.
Would anyone else like to accompany me?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yes.
I've
I
finished
believe
my
learning about healing would be good.
I've finished my task I was supposed to, and I feel like my family is expecting me to go home, but so much is happening right now, I don't want to. I think I'm on board with what you want to do.
Come practice illegal magic. It feels good.
It does feel a little good, but I don't think I should.
Does that not feel like it's you?
Kulkras.
It does.
Just
It
like,
does.
That's for you.
so that
It
you
does
are
feel
aware.
nice.
So
Natural.
why have anyone tell you otherwise?
I'm sure a lot of bad people in history felt
This is
that
where you
they were
guys
doing
currently
what
are?
felt natural to them.
But is
The
that
closest tribe that
Yeah.
you might want to
you're right
go
about
Do
to
you
that.
not trust
is up
yourself?
here.
Do you need someone to
Right
tell
there.
you to trust yourself?
If, just so you know.
It feels right. I'll say that. It feels right,
Think on that.
and I'll do this with you. I'm on board with this.
At this point, Michael Thame approaches the tavern and sees you all standing out here. Good morning, fellas. My lord. See, we got a new addition here to the group.
It is today.
Make a deception check.
Booby
Or a
Jagger.
persuasion check, because technically it's kind of true. From your point of view.
They're both -1 anyway. What up, Mercy? We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. 10. So it's a 9.
I see. Well, in any case, don't mind me to dictate what y'all are doing. As I mentioned previously, I wanted to give you all a show of thanks from the town to you all, and he hands you each a sack of 100 gold. All of you. Each.
Except for him.
Yeah, yours has 80 because you pay for beer. I'm kidding.
No, I already knocked it off my.
Okay.
They're gonna say mine was 50 because they kept buying rounds.
Raise a glass to freedom.
Is there a postal messenger I could
How do I change
Rent
the money
or-
on here?
hire their services?
Normally we wait for the for the post to come here. They will pick everything up, and then they will return eventually to the main post. I guess you would call it an office in Boldor to be sorted, and then go out with other courier services. We usually keep post at the law hall until those individuals arrive. If this is the message that's going to Redmire, it should be here about the same time that the new Arcane Keepers show up. So in about a week or so, I will make sure that it stays there unspoiled. Whatever may be written in it.
I'll hand him the report sealed with our house signet on it.
He takes it, puts it in his coat, pats it. I'm sure that there are other people in town who would love to share their thanks with you. If you wanted to do any other shopping or whatnot, but before, I don't presume to know what y'all want to do. If you wanted to stay in town, we're more than welcome to have you. If you wanted to take off, I recommend stopping by the law hall before you do. Our law master has she also has a thanks for you all in their own way.
I'm gonna check on she's a priestess.
Yes.
I'm gonna check on how much I can
Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna be in the tavern.
Don't we have goblins to help?
Huh?
Do we have
Yeah, we have
goblins
to
to
go.
help?
We have to go negotiate.
Yeah, we have to talk to
with
them.
Oh, that's also my duty. Goblins. I was told that I would be meeting with goblins in a couple of hours.
Hobgoblin, to be precise.
I'm willing to meet with them, and I am willing to negotiate a peaceful arrangement.
They are not bad creatures, just different.
Wiser words have never been spoken, but we'll see. I would like to believe those words. Well, if that's all. Thank you all. You know where to find me, and like I said, I'll be out in the field in a couple hours, under guard, just in case. He goes into the tavern. You said that you were heading towards the priestess.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You go to the Order of the 12 temple, and you enter. It's very easy to find her, a woman by the name of Tavia. Ah, yes, Salic. So good to see you this morning.
You requested to see me.
Yes, I needed some time to prepare this, and here, she hands you what appears to be a sealed envelope with two bands of blue ribbon wrapped around it, also marked with a seal. This is... That sounds silly to say out loud. This is essentially a holy voucher that can be used at any temple here in Arcala to allow up to 3 minor blessings of our magical capabilities to those who bear this missive.
You would give such a gift to me.
I would.
I will use this. Thank you.
Now, keep in mind, this envelope is not allowed, and the seal around it is not meant to be broken by you. It is only meant to be broken by the head priest at these temples. Otherwise, the voucher is useless, and then anybody can just copy the words that they speak. And that seal around it is magical in nature. So if it's broken, it's essentially a piece of paper at that point.
Of course.
But like I said, present that to any priest in any temple that is officially recognized in Arcala, and they will be able to provide you with, like I said, minor bounties of magic, healing, guidance. I hope it helps.
It will. And I hope you find your peace here and maybe never get attacked again.
Well, that depends on how diplomatic these two individuals will be.
Perhaps they need a stronger hand. Would you talk with them? Maybe they need some type of guiding light in religion.
I may be present, but we'll see we'll see if I am required.
Best of luck.
To you as well, Salic. May the 12 guide your path wherever it may lead.
Whatever it may be. May they do the same for you.
Thank you. What is everyone else doing?
Is there?
Go to the law hall, I
Yeah,
guess.
go to the law hall.
I wanted to see if there's a library before I go to the law hall.
Alright. Make a perception check.
I would know that there's no library here, right?
You would, but he's the one looking.
Yeah. I mean, if he says it out loud, I can tell there's no library.
On our way to the law hall.
You're
There's
just
no
you're
library
sitting
here.
there with your head buried in the book.
It's a dog that looks like a cat. Or is it a cat that looks like a dog?
It's an actual natural 20 this time.
Nice. Looking around, you are absolutely certain you're in a goddamn library in this place.
Just my luck. These damn pigs don't read.
Yes. Gathering from what you know, there's probably some minor education-related books at the Temple of the 12 church that deals with more school books for general education purposes as well as religious doctrine. That's about it. Maybe a general store might have like a simple book or two about agriculture. You're not entirely sure.
Farming 101, and the hoe is your friend.
And today I learned being sober does me no favor.
The only thing you're growing is impatient.
Read your leaves, nerd.
I'll go head to the law hall now.
All right, you all approach the law hall, and it is like it is a long building. It does have like that Scandinavian Viking-esque ceiling where it's like, or a roof where it is cornered. If anyone remembers the Companions building in Skyrim, it's kind of like that, but sideways.
We'll roll with it.
Cool.
It's a really big building for like 6 people.
Shh, it's PS1. He's upgrading. He'll get a PS3 eventually.
The law hall is meant to be a courthouse of such where all matters of civil business is handled. Marriages are happen here. Laws are introduced. Jobs are being posted. Civil cases such as like anything that would require a courthouse is happening at this long lodge of a building. And you enter it, and there is an individual who greets you, a human woman with a long brown hair tied up into a bun, a little older. Hello there. I am Lawmaster Nubin. It is a pleasure to meet you all, and I would like to extend my thanks to all of you on the behalf of the town of Arbington.
No problem.
Well,
And
when he's not looking at me,
she.
Okay. When she's not looking at me, I'm going to pretend like I'm mocking her when she's not looking at me, like just mimicking what she's saying.
Sure. I gathered you here because I've noticed that you have. It's distracting me, not her. It's fine. I've noticed that you seemingly work well together, even though you come from different walks of life and from different directions of the world. Now, this is normally a expensive process, but I went ahead and, even though I don't know your intentions, should you ever choose, she hands out a sealed piece of paper in similar wrappings that you would recognize, but instead of a blue ribbon around it, it is a red ribbon, twice. One on one side, one on the other. This is a sealed missive that can be turned into any law hall in Arcala to establish basically legalized mercenary work. Meaning if you all want to start as a mercenary group or troop to roam around the realms of Arcala to sort out any issues a town or city may have, the Law Hall will provide you with job opportunities and payment if those jobs are well done. As I said, I don't presume to know where you are going. I don't presume... you may be going in different directions, who knows. But this essentially means that you can start off as a troop without having to deal with all of the legal fees involved. Usually it takes around 50 gold, but this will essentially waive that fee. And she just holds it out expectantly for anyone to take it from her.
I'll go ahead and take it.
All right. She gives it to you.
Do you have a safe place for that?
Yes, don't we all have pockets?
I was
Is
like,
it
oh,
safer
you didn't
than a
take it.
pocket?
It's not like I carry a safe around with me.
Ooh.
Unless someone else would like to hold on to this.
I feel like me holding it would be safer.
Fine.
Vaxxus hands it over to Shiima.
Oh wait, that's probably impounded. I was going to say, since she's not using it anymore, obviously we could take what's her face's card.
Bards.
The Barbarian's card.
We can
What
inquire
I
about
write
it.
it down as
That
like
is
an item
morbid, disrespectful.
Letter
She might have
to
a safe.
Law Hall.
I like it.
for mercenary
I
work.
agree.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
It is a smart idea. Would it be big enough for me? Yes, it is.
Where's the dwarf card?
The gnome card is still parked out front of the Grey Hearth Tavern. It is being held by the guards as part of proof of an investigation whenever the arcane law gets here.
Don't acknowledge your face.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah, me next.
Yes.
No, I just had a general question for the DM.
Yes.
Do they still have the body of the last Arcane Keeper just hanging around?
Based on that perception check, you didn't notice it outside. If you want to ask around, if you want to ask the law keeper, who's like 5 feet in front of you, you're more
Unrelated
than
question.
welcome
You
to.
still got that body?
Where is the body?
Now, the Arcane Keeper from the Imperium. Such a tragic event that happened.
Indeed.
He must have been very, very powerful. I would like to pay my respects. Would you be able to point me in the direction of
Is he around?
where you took him?
Of course. His body is being preserved at the Order of the 12 Temple here in town. Speak with Priestess Tavia, and she might be able to arrange a viewing.
Wonderful.
Do not do anything to disrespect the priestess.
You
Or
have
the
my
dead.
word.
Or the dead, preferably.
Or the priestess.
Right. I make
Was
my-
that all?
Yes, you have been very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll make my way there before I come back to rejoin the group, wherever I may happen to find them.
All right. While he is making his way there, is there any questions or anything else that you guys would like to do here at the Law Hall or here in town in general?
Well, while we're here, we should talk about what we're going to do in terms of the goblins, the hobgoblins.
Sure.
We're supposed to be helping them do what exactly?
Well, the mayor said that he
We
was
set up the
taking
meeting.
he was taking that over.
So he was doing that.
He was he said he was gonna go meet with the
Yeah,
the
at the
goblin
end of the
leader guy.
at the end of the endeavor, he said if you want to set up the meeting, then we're not really required to be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can show up if you want to. You're not required to be there.
all right. Well, it's not our problem. So what's next?
Yeah, it's not really a problem.
Is there an artist in town?
If you ask around, maybe.
There's something I could buy an herbalist kit.
Oh.
That would most likely be the general store.
I go there.
Alright.
I'd probably go to the general store too,
Alright.
just to see what they have.
Time for shopping.
Stop it!
Shopping
Oh my god,
episode.
guys. I've got. Okay, cool. Alright, you find the general store. It is run by a human male, bald head, but he does have the Omni-Man mustache going.
The handlebars.
He does. It's more Hulk Hogan than Omni-Man.
Those are handlebars, man.
Yeah, that's the handlebar.
Okay, fine. And he looks at you and goes, welcome. Welcome to, my name is Jane. I run this shop. What can I get you?
I would just like to look around at everything and see what there is that might be useful.
Be my guest. Be my guest. This is a fairly small shop, and it is filled with shelves of very, very basic but useful items.
Such as
Snow globe of the village.
In summer.
little Arbington keychain.
There's no writing with my name on it.
Because the internet is being the way it is, basically any basic adventuring gear that you could think of. I do have.
Probably nothing that I don't already have.
They do sell. I mean, if you're looking for fun stuff, he does sell acid vials, alchemical fire. He only has one of those available. He sells arrows, vials of antitoxins, backpacks, empty barrels and baskets.
Herbalist kit? Herbalist kit?
Yes.
How much is it?
Healer's kits are 5 gold each, and they have 10 uses.
I'll buy 2 of them. I get 20 uses.
Alright.
How much are your vials of acid?
Acid vials run 25 gold. I only got 2 of them available.
Would that kind of thing be something I could put on my crossbow bolts? Or is it just one of those, one vial is one use for something?
It's one use only, and it will most likely just eat through your arrows before you can use them.
Don't worry, I got him, guys.
Oh,
If this was an anime, that would totally make sense.
If it was, you get
Like it
the
would-
sense that if the arrow was magical, you could probably affix the vial to an arrow shaft and shoot it that way. But
No, it's gotta be like Monster Hunter logic. You shoot the arrow, emits a cloud of healing dust. 5 points.
Does he have crossbow bolts?
he does sell crossbow bolts.
How much?
1 gold for 20.
Yeah, I'll buy another 20 of those then.
Alright, here, hand that to Clarence so he knows what the healer's kit does before he buys it. I'm sure you know, I'm just letting you know.
I'm going to ask around about an artist while we're
Alright,
shopping.
make a general persuasion check.
So what's the difference between a healer's kit and an herbalist kit?
Healer's kit is like a mess kit.
Sorry,
It's like a healer's
Show
kit
up.
is like a first aid kit that you use to bandage somebody up. A herbalism kit is what you would use to make a physical potion. Like it is a mortar and pestle, and you use to take elements of nature and turn it into something topical or something medicinal.
Yeah, I'm looking for the herbalism kit.
If you're looking for a herbalism kit, that's going to be a little bit pricier, but once you have it, like you always have it. Herbalism kit, 5 gold.
Get a herbalism kit.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy an acid vial, just one of them.
Alright, 25 gold for the acid vial.
Is that,
Is that one or is that like a
that
set
in
5?
the
That's 1.
inventory somewhere to add?
Yeah, there should be like an item
Would
thing.
it be called vial of acid or acid vial?
Acid vial.
To search for it.
I got a 4 on my search, so I doubt I found anybody.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, no.
Does he finally
And everyone's mostly busy with farming right now. Early in the morning, it's like, artists, what?
He doesn't find like a small child graffiti in the side of the house or something?
Not before.
Hey, what are you doing? You, little boy. Would you like to make gold?
Oh, I sure would, mister.
Just draws Trogdor on my shield.
They do sell whetstones here. Sharpen your knuckles.
Why are our hands bleeding? Because they are sharp. I have do bleeding damage and piercing damage.
I mean, they sell a lot of like odds and ends stuff. They sell rope, soap, tent spikes.
So
They sell soap on a rope?
it's hard to reach places.
He does have healing potions available. He only has 2 available. If anyone's interested in that, he sells oil, lanterns, a ladder, hunting traps, hourglass.
Let me just carry a ladder with me.
Yeah, why not?
What are you gonna do when you fall down the hole?
Were you able to add the acid flask to your inventory?
Yeah. I was gonna maybe do one of the
Carrying around
healing
like a giant
potions.
flag or banner.
Alright.
But I'm trying to remember, because like back,
On the horizon.
when we did our session 0, I had bought, I think, 2 healing potions from that one guy.
Probably.
One was like the honey flavored one, and one was like a regular one, but I don't have it in my equipment for some reason. So,
Alright. Well, write it down for now. And then we'll go
I'm gonna
from
see
there.
if I can add it.
While you're working on that, did you want to buy anything else since you were here?
No, not really. Nothing on top of my head.
For
Maybe.
this,
Do they have like some healing potions?
Yeah, he does sell 2. They are 50 gold each.
50 gold for a potion?
50 gold for a heal that doesn't use a spell slot, yeah.
Man, my woolly pockets.
Potions are expensive.
Potions are rough, man.
Maybe I can learn how to make potions through herbalism.
That is what a herbalism kit does, yeah.
Let's go.
Are you proficient with it?
Yes.
Cool.
I get it at level 3.
Nice.
for those 2 healing potions I would have
Slap
bought, were
the
they just
ingredients.
regular healing?
Yes.
I did it!
Just like
I
on
have a
here,
potion
just general
empire.
potion of healing.
Yes.
Because they're higher.
Yeah, they're called like greater and something else.
Okay.
Major, whatever.
So I have that.
Alright. While she's doing that, and you said you're done with the shopping?
Yes.
Alright. You, Vaxxus, make your way to the Order of the 12 temple. It is a very, very simple building, and you walk inside. It is like a long set of 2 pews and a channel in between, and along the walls are 12 symbols, stone symbols resting on top of pedestals that represent the 12 recognized prime deities of Terra. And you are greeted by Priestess Tavia. Ah, hello there. What can I do for you?
Yes, hello, Tavia. We met the other day, but I'm here on business. Would I be able to pay my respects to the late member of the Arcane Imperium who died during the raid the other night?
Yes, of course. His body as well as the body of the bard are held in private chambers. I shall escort you there. She walks you to the back and off to the right, where the personal cloisters are held.
His mouth is fucking watering.
That's why he's wearing the mask. She brings you to a room that is a little bit underground, and as you walk down, it does get noticeably colder because you are underground, and you get the idea that cold bodies preserve cadaver. That the cold helps preserve these cadavers a little bit longer. Once you reach there, she opens a wooden door, and you are met with a very, very low-lit interior stone room that has a number of stone slabs risen up off of the ground. And on two of these slabs, you'd see individually wrapped bodies, completely wrapped mummy style. One appears to be in the shape of a human, presumably the arcane keeper Tremel, and a much smaller body, and the other a potato. I will just be on the outside of this door, should you need me.
Thank you so much. It shall only be a minute. I do not wish to waste all the time you have today.
Very well. She allows you into this cold room, closes the door behind you.
Unsupervised? I love this guy. Oh boy.
There. She did say that she's just outside the door. So, keep that in mind. But, what would you like to do?
Yeah, this might be difficult, but we're gonna give it a shot. I want to steal the body. Well, my respects are paid. I want to see if I can just peek behind the bandages off from the Arcane Imperium individual and see if he still has his plate mail on.
That should go sound like.
Sure, make an investigation check.
That's what they would have donned his armor for.
Aren't we having trouble finding it too?
You said investigation?
Yes.
11.
11. You go to Fudge with the bandages, and as you feel around the body's torso and shoulders, it's soft. You get the sense that this individual is not wrapped in his armor.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, if you want to dig further than that, you can find out if he's bare underneath or not.
I'll continue investigating.
He is wearing a semblance of shirt underneath the bandages.
It doesn't look like he's wearing the same plate mail or chainmail that he had when he showed up.
No. In fact, whenever his body was first discovered, he was removed of his weapons and armor. They were not in the room.
Damn. Well, guess I'm done here.
Okay.
Knock 3 times.
But as you begin to walk away, you hear a voice in your head. Curious about the dead, are we?
I kind of say out loud, curious about their belongings that they do not need. Obviously. I say it out loud. But at this point, I'll go back to the door and slowly open it to make my way out.
Alright. A response does not find you, but you come to the door, it opens. Tavia is there waiting on the other side. Well,
My condolences. I'm sure this is a loss to your village as well as the Imperium.
not for very long, presumably. There are certain perks with being an arcane keeper of the Imperium. Certain individuals, after certain terms of service, are granted the possibility of having resurrection magics cast upon them.
Get your ass up. You ain't your debt ain't paid. Ah.
Pretty good health insurance.
Now this resurrection magic you say, I am a little curious. To what extent someone being resurrected? It sounds maybe dangerous.
It can be. Usually, the sooner the better. If you have all of the body available, then the resurrection process can happen a lot more smoothly, I guess would be the apt word to use. The longer that they remain in a deathened state, the harder it is and more resources are required, both of faith, magic, and actual monetary compensated catalysts.
It would be a lot harder if the body, say, was missing, taken, or lost at sea along those lines.
It would be harder and more resourceful, and more resources would be required, but it is not within the realm of impossibility. Resurrections can be done without a body. It's just harder. And only the arch priests and arch clerics of Vastakal might be able to do that.
I thank you for your time. I will get out of your way. One last thing, though. Could you tell me where I might find some armor in your town? I do not wish the same fate to befall upon me. I am rather lightly armored, and I feel I am vulnerable in these dangerous times.
I understand. There is a blacksmith here in town, though if you're looking, although he deals more with leathers and hides more readily available. If you wanted something more metallic to protect yourself, those would have to be commissioned, as we don't always have those materials at the ready. And when we do, it's for our guards.
I just wanted to bring up, since I have the failed merchant background, part of it said I could call upon my previous workings of trade routes and things to come across the certain items I'm looking for. Would I know if we're close or relatively close to a place that could make me armor, so to speak, then? Or someone who peddles armor?
I mean, there are a number of more established settlements in the area, in every direction. And you are aware that there is a orcish camp to the north of here, on the other side of the river, also known as the Arcane Serpent. They deal a lot in making armor and hides and weapons out of large crustaceans. That is comparable to even the heaviest of metallic armor.
Grab it. Okay. Alright, yes. I will have to see what I can find, but I appreciate your help. And again, I will be on my way.
Very well.
Good day to you.
May the blessings of the Order, may the blessings of the 12 find you wherever you lead.
Yes, the City of the 12. Upon you as well.
You unfortunately do not find an artist, therefore. You all meet back up in front of the tavern, unless anyone wants to do anything else.
No, I am content with trying to drag everybody to this healing town.
All right. Is that where you guys would like to go? Westward? Southwestward?
It's a south.
Wow.
What was the name of the town we're going to?
Deep Light Spires.
So we a merry band now. Is that what this is?
We have to go through
Not
the
officially.
barren bluffs first.
Like the
We
file
should
of
be reaching
paperwork
right.
first.
Where
Now, not
is
to be
it?
a nag,
Like-
I don't think mine's time sensitive, but that village that we came up here for is right to the north real quick.
What's the name of that village?
It's not the name of a village per se. It's just the name of the tribe that hangs out at that river. But it is called the River Watchers.
The river watchers are just right up there.
We should finish our contract agreement first.
And like I said, I don't know if yours is time sensitive.
No.
You have a contract somewhere?
That's when we first met. He was going to help me get up there.
So
It was like a I help you,
It was
you
a
help me.
verbal thing.
I
We help each other.
So
I guess
so we
I'm
have
just.
to go there first then.
As long as
Is that what you're
everyone's
saying?
okay
You
with
want
it.
to go there first?
I have nothing else to do right now.
I would like to learn about healing because that's what I'm more interested in.
It's exciting for me. I feel untethered for the first time.
You're just sitting in the corner. I'm so excited.
Burden shit. I'm free. I sin.
I just graduated high school and I'm about to go to college now.
Well, let's go another round. You just got your first furmobile.
The river
Watchers.
Watchers.
All right.
That's up north.
North of the village.
Did you guys ever find that bard wagon?
That's under.
Impounded.
We learned it's impounded.
Oh,
Your guys' wagon is still available.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. It's an upgrade. I think she had a safe in there.
Since we are the saviors of the town, do you think it would be prudent for me to try to get another wagon?
Not for you. They probably expect it from you. Maybe him too.
What you
So
got?
you would be the better choices, yes.
All right. I'll see what I can do before we leave.
The more the merrier. Take the wagon, leave them behind.
I don't know if that one could be useful.
I'm just gonna go with you guys to your wagon.
Going on a your wagon.
Fix it good.
Oh no, she didn't have a safe. It was a secret compartment.
Yeah,
There's a fancy way to say safe.
close enough. All right. So, are you guys trying to elicit help to get a second wagon? Is that what you guys are doing?
I have one more thing in mind.
Jeez.
Yeah, because with our sizes, essentially.
I make my way
I
to
don't
the
I don't think those poor horses can drag all of us.
Assume that they can.
make my way to
Two
ye,
horse.
ye olden impound lot. Sorry.
You don't find a ye old impound lot, but you do find the law hall, who is in charge of holding on to Bel Ray's thing.
Now, this wagon was only slightly used, only 2 miles before they were brutally murdered. But lightning can't strike twice. Yours for the low price of 2 gold.
A murder wagon? I love it.
I don't know. There's still bloodstains on it.
Oh, that'll wash right off.
That guy's head's still there.
I'll just make a quick detour over there before I rejoin the group.
1 gold.
Asking around for the sake of brevity, the law master is not letting go of Bel Ray's wagon. but you're more than welcome to buy one at the cost of 35 gold.
Would I be able to inspect the wagon for clues? As to
It's
perhaps
held
there-
under investigation at this point.
Fine, you're no fun. I'm leaving. I literally said it. And I'll just rejoin the group.
Okay.
Step on it, he's coming.
As you guys are making your way back, Marvin, the magician, comes out to greet you guys. So you guys are heading out now?
Yeah, we
Seems that way.
we have some business to attend to up north.
Up north, huh?
Does that interest you?
Not really.
Good. Then you will not be needing a lift.
Fair enough. I got my own wagon anyway, but thank you.
It has been a pleasure to be in your company.
Likewise.
May whatever deity you pray to assist you in whatever day necessary.
To you as well, friend. To you as well. And word of advice: if you are going north, are you going through the Silver Silk Road, or the Silver Silk Valley, or are you going around the mountains? Because that could make or break time. If you go around the mountains, it's gonna add about 3 or 4 days to your journey, depending on how north you guys are going.
But if we go through, we run the risk of
Spiders. Big ass spiders.
I don't like spiders.
But their silk is worth some of their silk is worth their weight in silver.
I don't like spiders.
Would I know anything about these paths?
Make a history check.
Because I used to be a merchant.
Are the spiders friendly? Please?
Nope.
Was where we're going for your thing? Did it have a time limit?
It did not. It's
Oh,
zero
so,
gun.
so we could go the long way and it wouldn't matter.
No, literally zero.
I cannot
It takes you a minute because you try really hard to forget that place. It originally was called the Bleeded Roads because it was an old goat and sheep valley. But
And then the spiders came. and
at
ate them all.
some point, you're not quite
Spiders.
sure when or how, but spiders kind of took over that entire valley. And people have gone missing going through there. While some have returned saying, oh man, I got all this like silver silk, it's worth a lot of money. Like, it was dangerous, but it was worth it. Other people tried to do the same thing and have never been seen or heard from again. You have always flown over it, so you were fine, but you tried your best not to look down. Mostly because you were drink flying. And vertigo's a thing. And knowing that, oh, there's a fuck ton of spiders down there. Nope!
Given the fact that path is now being somewhat blocked from my sister tribe, would I have heard anything in my tribe about it?
About
Spider
the path?
About the path? Yeah, spider bad.
Spider bad. I mean, if you want to make, go ahead and make a history check if you'd like.
Are we feeling brave?
Yes.
No.
No.
Have you tried to punch a spider the size of me?
No, I usually avoid.
8.
Kind of.
So
Kind
then
of
why
want
would we
to.
go into
Pretty
a
much
horde of-
what he says.
I
There's just
didn't know if you were bored.
there's just spiders there.
To make our names.
You can take the lead.
Yes.
While we go around. We'll meet you on the other side.
And this is why we needed 2 wagons.
Split the party.
What could go wrong?
But there's 5 of us. You're not pulling me in half.
What if it gets in my foot?
You're not counting Lady Saoirse.
My apologies.
Can she come and go as she pleases?
I don't know yet.
Does she have
You
to
just-
ride
you
with
just
the
look at
wagon,
her,
or
can
can
you?
she just run alongside?
She can run alongside.
Does she need to eat?
She
Yes.
just, she just flies away.
Yeah,
And it really is Skyrim.
Is She,
I don't know if she needs to, but she does.
Is she Fae or of this realm?
She is Fae.
Perhaps you should get to know your companion.
We're not
At it. It's
entirely
been like
sure.
2 hours.
Got it! Jesus.
I mean, the only
Feel each other
benefit
out
of
when
going
each
through
other
the
left
forest is potentially making some money and making the path safer for others.
Yes, yes. Make their path
I
safer
don't
for
think
others.
we would make the path any safer. If
Wow, who
even
knows?
if
We
we
might-
just kill a few, there's probably hundreds.
Oh,
What if they have different species of giant spiders?
Am I the deciding choice right now? Yes.
What if they have 10-foot tall jumping spider?
I never said yes or no. I'm just saying the benefits of doing it.
Trapdoor spiders. You won't know until it's too late.
All I heard was deciding vote. Maybe I should flip a coin.
Some are poisonous.
You mean Venus?
No. Some are poisonous. We're doing this.
Should we put it to a vote?
I wish I believed in the gods now.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Do the spiders.
Who all wants to go to the horrible, dark, unseeable cavern of death? Raise your hand.
You don't
Whoever
want
wants to travel the safe, long, cold road around the hole, raise your hand.
I mean, the only benefit.
It is agreed. We avoid the death trap.
Very well. I want it noted in the records that I'm not happy about this.
Well,
Records.
to get to the place of healing, is that we
It's
would
the
have to
opposite
come,
direction.
we would have to come back south again. So we could possibly go through the spider path on the way back if we want to.
Now you know what's going to happen, right? There's going to be an avalanche or some stupid shit. We're going to go through it anyway.
Spider avalanche.
Spider-lanche.
The spiders are
Don't
gonna push
tempt me,
rocks
guy.
down.
They're sitting there in construction outfits.
All the spiders have a hard hat.
It is almost a guarantee that the spiders will be around the cave entrance, not just in the cave. So we should be careful as we are approaching.
Marben is still here. It's a valley, not a cave. Yeah, there's a ceiling. You can see the sky. I don't know if that helps.
How big are the spiders?
Unless there's giant spiders.
I mean, I've only
flying in the
heard
sky.
stories that like they're small spiders, like actual spiders size. I've heard exaggerated tales of like their bodies are as large as a boar's.
But you're not trying to figure out if the stories are just that.
No, hell no. Why would I?
That is a smart decision. Why are we not making that decision? Let's go. We do not need to go into the cave
Not yet.
yet.
We'll hit it on the way
I have
back.
no interest.
I like fire.
I can't fly over them, so I choose not to go by them.
Can we just
So
burn
you
them?
can't fly.
I don't see why not.
It's a
It
long
would be a
story.
waste of the silk.
Well, maybe not a long story, but I'll talk about it some other time.
For they are the manifestation of evil.
Are you afraid of spiders?
Terribly.
Maybe this is a way to conquer your fears.
Conquer their fears, they say. Who wants to conquer their fears of a boar-sized spider? You avoid the boar-sized spider. You don't attack it.
You keep telling me to broaden my horizons.
Yes, safely.
Salic, you look over at Orlin and you blink for a second, and Orlin has 8 eyes on his face. And you all look over at Orlin, and he has 8 eyes on his face, with a little bit with mandibles just go.
Is it
Relook at
magic?
it.
I will goad you with my tusk.
Marvin!
You look at Marvin, who's like twirling his finger with a little bit of pink arcane magic
just like
flowing
that?
off of it. What?
Just like that.
And then he stops, and then the illusion on Orlin's face disappears.
Was it pretty much that sitcom of? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
We all look at him. What?
but
I may never say this again, but I'm starting to like you too.
hey,
Are you buying us around?
I could not resist.
Okay. We travel towards the spiders, but not through the spiders. Please, not through the spiders. We're going through the spiders, aren't we?
I thought we decided no.
No, we're not.
We're going through around the mountain.
I don't think that is.
The spiders could kill our horses, and then we have no way to travel.
Speaking of which, we should really pick up some supplies for the horses.
The horses need food and water. We need water and rations.
I have, 15 days, or 15 rations, I think.
Well, that's for people though.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
know.
go buy some elephant
But he
sized
said rations, I'm saying I have rations.
I honestly enjoyed that rations weren't an issue when we went on like a 30-day trip.
That's a hate discretion. Are rations really an issue?
I'll say if you buy rations now, regardless of days that they last, you won't have to worry about it a little later, at least for the horses.
Roughly, how long is the trip since we're taking the long way, which is next?
If you're
week?
taking the long way, it will take
4 days.
That's
4 extra days.
Yeah.
A month. You'll get there in a year.
Wildfires!
it'll take 7 days if you go around the mountain, because it is like a long mountain range with a valley in the middle. It'll take 7 days to go around it to reach the portion of the Arcane Serpent where the River Watchers are, or it'll take 3 days tops if you go through the Silver Silk Valley.
Wouldn't it just be
3 days?
Wouldn't it just be a bitch? It's gonna take you 7 days if you go around. Well, what if we
Spiders?
What if we
3
go through
days?
a couple hours?
Are you trying to sleep when spiders don't?
What was the second one you said?
If you go
7
through the
days.
Silver Silk Road, it will take 3 days. But that's presumably where these spiders are.
72 hours
Well, I
of
thought you said
dread.
there was one that took 7 days. One
Yo,
that took
Yeah, if you go around
Oh, so
the
it's
valley
only-
and the mountains, it'll take 7 days.
Oh, maybe it's all a hoax. Maybe it's just a witch who wants to be left alone.
I'm in no hurry, so 7 days is fine.
So 7 days around?
I am fine with 7 days.
That is fine.
We'll just have to make sure we buy some horse feed, I guess.
Marben's been around this whole time. Now, if you do go around the mountain, yeah, I believe there's no spiders, or maybe less.
But
There's always going to be some form of trouble on the roads, especially if you go off the beaten path.
Probably more goblins.
Maybe.
you can talk to goblins.
We have no reason to go
You
off the
can talk to
path.
spiders.
Well, if
can't
you're going
talk to
around
goblins.
the mountain, you kind of
you
are.
can talk to spiders.
Well, there's
Yeah.
no path around.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're not actually following
There is,
a path?
if you
You
if
want
you
to
go
talk to
further
spiders?
down, if you go even further,
How
it's
do
probably
you talk to a spider?
a 10-day
I just
Journey.
speak of
journey.
animals, and I think they're
There is a
considered
town
That's
called.
true.
Hold on, guys. I'm throwing out some more lore for you.
That's alright.
I'm like 80% sure I could talk to a spider.
I like how you
We
busted
can-
out
we
the
can
head.
try to
You gotta admire that guy's
We
confidence.
can try to find a spider and talk to it. If it's telling, oh yeah, come in here, we won't eat you fast.
I've never talked to a spider, but I think I can.
Burn it. Burn with Eldritch Blast.
Started with Fireball.
Okay, alright, you have a few options available to you. Your third option will take you considerably longer, 15 days. This will stay on the actual roads. It will take you to a place called Fort Fang, and if you follow the road north, it will take you to a river town called Venzer. This river town will ferry you across the lake, and then you walk towards, or ride towards the River Watchers from there, which will take an additional 3 days.
Do you know how many
So
spiders are
15
in one
days
spider
total
egg?
for that.
What
15 days to stay on the relatively safe path, 10 days around the mountain,
Oh, 7 days on the
so
mountain.
it says 7 days around the mountains,
15,
or
7,
3 days through it.
So if we go around the mountain, though, there's no path. Does that mean we can't take the wagon?
You can take the wagon, it's just through.
rough terrain.
Not an established path, I guess. Or maybe it is rough terrain. That's why it takes a
But it
while.
would still be okay for the horses and wagon to walk that way.
Presumably.
Would I know anything about Venzer from my travels and trade?
You would. Venzer, like I said, it is a riverside town, so it originally established as like a gold rush town where people would try to like find gold in the river, but then it dried up, so now there's just a town there.
I'm just explaining this to the group as you're saying it.
They do offer like ferries to go across the river and up and down it, and presumably they do a lot of fishing here, like a lot of fishing.
Like a podunk backwater town then?
I mean, quite literally, because but it's been a town much longer than Arbington, so it might have a little more amenities than Arbington might have, but it's not a city per se. That's about all that you know about it.
We could go through Venzer, is that what you called it?
Yes.
I didn't call it anything.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
We could go
Barbarian raises
to
his hand.
Venzer and take like a mild break in between if you'd like a longer journey.
No spiders.
No spiders around the mountains.
Unless this one can talk to them.
Should we find
And we
this-
can trust a spider.
Should we find like a barn spider or something for him to try it on?
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Cool.
I find a spider.
Find a spider.
Make an investigation check. Just find
Boy.
look for spiders.
Look for spiders.
Can I assist him for advantage?
Sure.
So you can have his steed help out with maybe.
18.
18. You find one of the barns and you find a spider web, and there is a sizable spider there.
Alright, there. I'm not getting close to it.
I'll go up to it and guess. Speak with animal.
Okay. You get up close to this spider,
Hey, buddy.
and you start to feel like this want, this connection to make your intentions known to creatures around you and to make their intentions known to you, should they choose to. What do you say to them? To this spider.
The dog next to him. I can't believe he's friggin' doing this.
I'm right here.
So, I'm Orlin. I'm curious if you know anything about the larger spiders that live a little bit in the northern direction, like going off in the direction.
I'm listening to this. Is he talking normally or is he clicking to it?
He is speaking normally. And Orlin, what you hear from the spider on this web, it's a very, very small one. Like it's not a widow or anything like that. It's essentially a daddy long legs and a web kind of thing. It responds to you. The big ones. Up north, you say?
Yes.
I have heard of them. I have not seen them. I don't know what else to say other than that. I've only lived here, in this frame of wood.
You've heard of them. From what you've heard, would they be trustworthy? If someone like me were to speak with them?
Insight check. Is he actually speaking to the spider or is he batshit crazy?
Make an insight check.
18.
Seriously, speaking plain common, can't you guys hear it?
As far as you can tell, he's just speaking to a spider.
But does it seem like he legit is talking to the spider, or is he like
He's
bullshit-
speaking
is
to
he
it.
bullshitting us?
Ask
He's
him if he
speaking. You see him speaking to a spider in its web,
He's
pausing, and he seems to be listening fairly intently, and then he
Is it
responds.
like the spider moving or something? Like
It's
He's not very
Not
loud. Can you guys
really.
keep it quiet?
Not
Try to
not really.
listen.
Like you don't hear. You don't hear any of that.
Ask him if he was
there's
big
any
enough when
movement
he
with
tried
it,
to
like
get
it
to
moved
us.
towards him or something.
You notice
sounds
that
reasonable.
the
Oh, that
spider
was-
is sort of like up on its legs and pointed in his general direction.
I
You
have
can't.
never seen this.
If you want to see where its eyes are pointed, you're gonna have to get really close.
I think he's actually talking to it.
I I'll never step on another one of you.
What was it you asked? I forget.
From what you've heard, if I were to speak with them, do you think they would be trustworthy? Or would they just try to eat me?
I don't know.
We eat what we can fit in web. If you fit in their web, they may eat you.
I think I haven't answered your question.
But if you talk to me, you can try talk to them.
So, are they going to eat us?
If
They are spiders.
if I were of a size to fit in your web, would you try to eat me or any of us?
If I was hungry,
I think those giant spiders will try to eat us.
I think we knew that already.
Well, you guys wanted me to talk to the spiders.
This was an experiment to see if you could talk to spiders.
I told you I could. Well,
I
said it was
don't
like any
like
position.
losing.
at the
Yes,
very
I wasn't
least,
going
he
back.
seems to believe he can talk to spiders.
Ask the spider would it ever lie to someone in order to eat.
Would you ever lie to anybody in order to eat?
I don't have to lie to eat. Whatever gets caught in web, I eat. Why talk? Then
There's
you
a-
can web.
If there was a fly on the outside of your web and you had the chance to talk to him into coming into your web, and then you, after befriending him, would you then eat him?
Moral.
You talk.
What's a friend?
You say a lot of words that make no sense.
You're right, the mammoth is giving me a lot of words that don't make much sense either. I think the spiders would try to eat us. I don't know if there's negotiating with them.
You hear this? He's talking about you to the spider.
I think
Are you guys just gathering around over talking to
We're
us?
all
They're
trying
like,
to
are
look
they
at you,
huddled
looking at
around
the
a spider?
looking at you.
I'm actually going to get up closer like this and what does that you say? Loxodons are your favorite food. Just have everyone walking by like,
Ha.
They're just walking by. Really? Really? They saved our town. This is okay. Okay.
It is settled. To the trolley. We go around.
I bow to the spider. So you be the gentleman.
Before we decide on the path, can I see the map of the continent?
Sure. This is only half of it, but
Here you go. Here, you want.
Is where we're going on that map?
It's like a Minecraft map.
yeah.
are we headed for hole 5 or 6?
Yeah, where are we again?
You see the
Wait, this
air
one?
Minus 251
to your
amps.
left. There.
Okay, so we're there.
All right.
So are we going here?
No. You see that mountain to the north?
Yeah.
It's beyond
So
that
we're going
and
this way.
across the river.
Oh,
I
so
do
we have to go.
appreciate you took the
Is
time
it
to
not- is
cover
it
that
the
in.
It's
Port
not.
one?
It's not that red one.
So
No.
it's in the green.
Yeah. There isn't a mark for
So
this
do
because
we
it
have
isn't
to
an
go-
established town.
Do we have to go around this way or
Yeah.
around this way?
Either or.
And then where's the town? So the town he wants to go to?
Me.
Was here.
Ish. Yeah.
But then what about the town he knew about?
That was the.
Uh,
it would take 15 days.
Follow the
Where's
river. Follow the river west,
This way?
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's the one that's closest to the.
This?
Yeah.
That's way far away.
Yeah, but it's if you
Wait,
follow
okay.
the road,
But
which
it's
is
safe.
where the red line is.
Yeah.
Road is safer.
It's
around the mountain.
Oh,
Arguably
you're talking
safer.
about this one.
yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. So we have to follow the road that way, then that way, and then cross the river, and then go there.
Yes,
Over
And
the
that
river
takes
and
the
through the
15
woods.
days.
it's longer, but
Yeah.
arguably safer.
So actually, would we go through this town too, then?
That is called Fort Fang.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Fort Fang. Okay.
So if you wanted to resupply,
I
you
still
could do
think
so
just
there.
the 10-day one is fine. I don't think
Yeah,
15 days.
I think 10 days.
Oh, 7.
Or 7 days.
7 days, yes.
Or, oh yeah. So,
7 days
The
around.
midway.
yes.
15
it's
days
10 days the
long
way
way.
we travel.
3
Goblins
days.
and pigs and birds I can do.
3 days with 8
Spiders?
legs.
No.
I'm sure there's a quest out there.
And it's not for us.
Eventually we'll
We're
work our
gonna
way
get
around.
to the town and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we have a mercenary job for you to kill the spiders."
So
I mean, at
So
least we
look,
would get paid then.
The road is closed until we deal with these spiders. Of course it is. Of course.
So the question is, would you like to do a little vacationing or just go through the mountains?
Around the mountains, I think.
We're going around the mountain.
If we are all ready to die, we can just go.
Around the
Yeah.
I got ambitions. Do you have ambitions? I have ambitions. They do not involve spiders.
Where was the place for the knowledge? Where would
That
that
was
be on
south.
the map?
Not on the map, but it is on the other.
It's on the other half of the
Yeah,
continent?
It's south.
Oh,
one
okay.
north.
So we have to go real far. to
We're
get
on the
there.
back nine, that's on the front nine.
We have to pass through a different area to get to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to color the other map.
Well, if you go on to one of those sites, we.
I know. No.
He
I want
wants
to draw it.
He wants to feel it. He wants to know
To feel my creation.
He wants
You guys
to
can use
color.
Microsoft Paint.
Around the mountains it is.
Yeah.
All right. If that is where you guys would like to go, you saddle up on the wagons. I believe you have 2 horses.
Yes.
2 horses on a singular wagon. Who is at the front?
My handling is.
I have
I
a
can
pretty
guide the
good
horses.
perception, so I want to be like looking around and stuff.
2 people can be up front, so
I don't want to drive the wagon.
I guess
I just
me and
wanna be
Orlin
up
will be
there
up
looking
front. I
around.
think I drove them before. And Orlin, I think, has the best animal handling out of everybody.
okay. So
So you
Orlin's
wanna
going to
be up
be driving.
Yeah.
All right,
So I
and
guess I'll
she
well, he said he wants to be in the front too.
decide that amongst yourselves.
I just want to be on lookout. So would I be able to still look out from the back, or is it like one of those closed wagons?
I don't think we have a closed wagon.
No, it's not a
So it's
closed one.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just stay in the back and I'll be like looking around and stuff.
You're Orlin's protector or protege, so if you want to help him, you'd be my guest.
Protect who I feel like protecting.
Very well.
All right. With the wagon being helmed by Orlin and accompanied by Vaxxus with everybody else in back, you guys all march westward out of Arbington.
We ride.
People
Yeah.
give you waves as you pass by, cheers and thank yous for all that you've done for this town. As your destination takes you west around the mountains.
Towards 8-legged freaks.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
I was tempted to stop at their sign that said Arbington is right on their rehab leads.
You mean days without incident?
0.
All right. No combat this night, but
Barely
Our
any dice
population,
rolling.
we're working on it.
well, we shall see what the
Population
next
question mark.
session has in store. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. We hope to catch you in the next episode. And as a personal message from me to you, continue being amazing. Have a good one, everyone.